Good evening, friends. Today we'll start a new initiative which will be around improving our understanding about hotel reports and hospitality industry reports in specific. So this would be an effort for my own improvement and at the same time trying to share some meaningful clips beyond what the report has shared. The report here would be attached in the comment section. The link to the report will be provided, so you can download it and go through the report in detail. I would make an effort to try to find some meaningful inferences based upon what was there in the report, and that would leave us thinking on something beyond what the report has provided, hopefully. So I'm sure the journey will get better as we cover more ground on this. So without further delay, let's begin. So thanks to STR and Horwath for the report, and this report was just recently released, the H1 2019 India Hotel Market Review. So without much ado, let's go to the first graphic. So this is the most important pictorial from the two-page report, and which details the performance of various cities, starting with the overall India performance on the top row, and all the cities are listed here as you can see, and as the three key metrics, occupancy, ADR and RevPAR, are listed here. So starting with Q1, just a quick glance, as we can see from the heat map kind of is this graph, Ahmedabad, Goa and Kochi had a tough Q1 where their occupancies dropped. The scale is listed here. Year on year is the scale. So these three cities had their occupancy drop versus last year. So coming to the Q2 performance, as we can see in the highlighted zone, in Q2 it was quite surprising to see a reversal of the trend. The occupancy in fact dropped in 6 of the cities, adding up to overall India occupancy as well in Q2 has moved into the red from 1 to 2% gain in Q1, as you can see here. So in Q2, Goa, Mumbai, Pune, Ahmedabad and Kochi, these cities tried to push up their ADRs, and that should usually, if done right, will impact the RevPAR positively, and we should be seeing a green or any of these other colors. So the only city which succeeded in this strategy was Bombay. As you can see, their occupancy was down, and they tried a 1 to 2% hike by hiking the ADRs, and ended up with a performance of 1% plus in Q2, and eventually they had ended the H1 at greater than 5%. So Mumbai is the only city which managed to use the ADR push as a means to clock a better ending for Q2, which was not the case with the rest of the cities, couldn't replicate the same. So some more inferences we will see in the next slide, and if we are able to see the inferences along with the pictorial, it would be much more easy to understand and relate. So we will go point by point here. So starting with the crown jewels, were Chandigarh and Gurugram, though Chandigarh was on a lower base. And if you can see here, Gurugram in fact had a better than 5% in Q1, which weakened a bit to between 2 to 5% in the Q2. And however, on ADR, they continued the same push of a 5% plus, which you can see here in the Q1 and Q2 with this shade here, and that yielded the Gurugram a 10% plus in RevPAR increase, which is a commendable achievement for Q1, Q2 as well as a total H1. Whereas Chandigarh had a different experience, to almost on a different experience. Chandigarh experienced a 5% plus occupancy on both the Q1 as well as their Q2, whereas in Q2 their ADRs has to be softened down to between 2 to 5%. Nevertheless, they ended up the Q1, Q2 as well as the total H1 in a 10% plus, which makes them probably right after Gurugram in terms of taking the honors. So going to the next inference, the cities of Pune, Ahmedabad and Goa, you can see them here, Pune, Ahmedabad and Goa, couldn't recoup the occupancy loss through a rising ADR. As you can see, these three cities had their occupancy dropping versus last year, and all three of them tried to recoup those drop in loss from occupancy through increasing their ADRs, with Pune and Goa trying a 2 to 5%, whereas Ahmedabad trying just 1%. So, but it did not yield the desired results that we can see in the Q2 here, where the RevPAR for all these three cities ended up in the red. So it's a strategy, works sometimes and it doesn't work sometimes. So with that, we pay attention to Ahmedabad. In fact, this is the city which was hit hard, and as you can see, it is one which had pretty much the red across the row, barring their ADR. They tried to improve their ADR increase their ADRs in Q2, which unfortunately did not help them. So Ahmedabad, Q1, Q2 both were hit hard, and followed by them we have Goa pretty much on the same page. Goa in fact tried to recoup the occupancy drop, both the Q1, Q2, with a 1 to 2% increase in ADRs in Q1. Did not work out. They further increased it up to 2 to 5%. Was it because of confidence of an improving economy? Could be, but eventually they could not get the desired result. So with that, we move to the next inference. The next takeaway would be some food for thought here. After a good Q1, was it that the hotel industry was confident that the economy will get back onto will get better? In fact, Q1 was a good show. So did that confidence made them all push on the ADRs, and which in turn has hurt the majority of the cities? Could be. Then will Ahmedabad attempt a raise in the ADR across in Q3? As you might have seen in the graph, Ahmedabad in fact tried a 1% rise in ADR to shore up their RevPAR through increasing the ADR against a dropping in occupancy, which did not work. So it would be interesting to see, would they repeat that 1% or more spike in ADR, taking up their ADRs in the Q3? We probably would discuss that in the next video, which would happen after the Q3 reports are out. And after that, will Kochi ride on a good Q2 run? If you have paid attention, Kochi is the only city which had a drop in occupancy in Q1, whereas their occupancies in Q2 improved to a tune of 2 to 5%. And so would they take this as an opportunity to gain strength and catch up with Gurugram and Hyderabad? It would be worth watching. And the next one, will Bengaluru regain the momentum it had in Q1? If you have seen the graph of Bengaluru had a 2 to 5% growth in occupancy in Q1. However, it softened down to 1 to 2% in Q2. So it would be interesting to see if and that in fact has affected Bengaluru to drop their ADRs wish list from about 10% to 2 to 5% in Q2. So it would be worth watching if Bengaluru would regain the momentum it had in Q1. And the next one would be between Gurugram or Chandigarh or both, or a surprise city. It would be interesting to see if any of the city would achieve a 10% growth in Q3. The chances could be higher or better for Gurugram and Chandigarh. With that, it's curtains down for this episode. Until we meet again with the next episode around the subject of hospitality and report, please feel free to share your feedback in the comment section. And if you have any questions as well, please drop a line. I'll be more than happy to get back with the answers. And please follow my channel if you like this video, so that you would be intimated of when the next video gets uploaded. Till we meet again, thank you very much. Have a good time.